coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pam, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we out here. 33 years of prison stories, man. We getting closer and closer. We at 4 and some change or 500 away. Let's go. Let's get it. TBP Nation, stand up, man. I'm a bit under the weather, but one monkey don't stop no show. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Big love to the nation. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I can't express how much. Let's go. Let's get it. Make sure you subscribe, man. Check your status. Make sure you sub. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can beat the algorithm. We can beat the cheat. We can do all of that. Them keep doing what they doing as long as we keep doing what we doing, man. Shout out to everybody out there on TBP Nation. Hey, man. Big love on the back end of the video today. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know what made me think about it. Probably because we in SEG. We in SEG. They got us in segregation right now. You dig? We in the bing. We in the hole. We in, lockup. So it just made me think about lockup, man. It's a whole different type of living, man. It's a whole different type of living. And I know a lot of people who ain't never been locked up, they may not understand this, but it's like you're in prison. You're in a prison within a prison. Right? You're in a prison within a prison. When you go to prison, man, you locked up, you in prison, but you out on population and everything. So then when you get in trouble on population, you go to segregation. Segregation, man, you in one cell by yourself. Normally it's just a bed, a sink, toilet, a desk, and that's it. You know. So yeah, and it depends on how long you got to stay back there. Right now, I told you they just changed the law like in 2020 or something like that. Somewhere around in 2020, 2019, did they deem long-term segregation inhumane? This after 40, 50, 100 years. So what was it before all of that? If it's the same thing, that means it's been inhumane for all that time. Who getting compensated for that? You got dudes that been in segregation, man, 15, 16, 20, 25, 30 years. You understand me? 30 years. So if you got people who've been in segregation that long and maintain their sanity, man, you talking about a superhuman. A superhuman. I told you the most time I spent back there, was a couple of years. And yeah, it was a battle to keep my sanity, man, and my humanity. To believe in the human race, man, because you don't understand that a human can be treated like this, but you see it and you experience it and you go through it. The way they feed us, the way they treat us, the way they ignore us. You could be back there, man. You could be sick. You could be going through this, that, and the third, man, and they would just ignore you, man. They would let you die. They would let you fall out. They would let you pass out. I know dudes. I'm one of them that set fires and then beat on the doors and then flooded just to get some attention. Yeah, just to get some attention. You got to do that just to get attention, to get them to pay attention to you. If you need something, if you need medical attention, if you need to see somebody, talk to somebody, they would not even acknowledge you. You got to do all of that just to get some attention. Then when you get some attention, they want to attack you. They want to fight you. They want to, run down on you because you flooded, because you set a fire. Ignoring that you've been trying to get in touch with them and you've been trying to get their attention for hours on hours on hours. So it's a different life, man. It's a real, real different life. It ain't meant for humans. I stand by that. I don't think a human being should be put through the things that people got to go through in segregation. I think it affects your mental. I think it affects your physical for sure. Because even if you work out, which I did a lot of times, I was back there. You work out, you work out, you work. You gonna get bored. You gonna get burnt out with it. No matter how, the longer you stay back there, the more it's going. That's gonna be mundane. You ain't gonna want to do it no more because you done did it so much. You know, You lose weight, you get cut up, you get in shape, and then you just laying there. You can't do anything, man. You can't do nothing. The food is horrible. You have no choice on what you eat because the only thing they bringing back there is what they bringing back there. You have to pick apart pieces off the tray, try to hold it for later. You getting the last meal at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Nothing else to eat till the next morning. So you starving like Marvin. Um, Man, you might start hallucinating. You've been back there so long, you might start hallucinating. You start talking to yourself. You start seeing things. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And dudes be thugging back there, man. We be thugging hard, man. All the segregations I've been in, been thugging. I mean, we gonna find a way to make it work. Dudes figured out a way to open their slot, take a shoestring and open your slot, pop the tray slot where you can stick your hand out or you can holler at somebody. We fish. We send a fishing line all the way down to somebody else. Once you get used to it, you can fish all the way on the next tip. You tie something heavy on a string, you shoot it out and shoot it over the tip. Somebody fish it in, get it in their cell, tie something on the whole of it, send it on back up to you. You pull it on back and you get some. You know, um, Crazy living, man. These is human beings, man, and this is how we live. You know, Dudes get something to smoke, cigarettes, weed, whatever it may be. You gotta pop the socket. You gotta learn how to pop a socket. You know what pop a socket mean? Put something inside of a socket on the wall that you plug in, and you put something in there to make it spark and spark a fire, man, and put some toilet paper close to it so it can light a fire, and you got fire, and you can smoke, and then you make a wick, right? You make a wick, you take a lot of toilet paper and you string it all out and you roll it all up and you roll it all up real tight, and then you set that on fire and you hang it upside down somewhere and you let it burn, and it burn real slow, real slow. So when you want to go smoke a cigarette, you want to go light a bong so you can, cook some food that somebody done send back there to you, or some sausages or something, or make some hot water, then you got fire. But they can walk by and they smell smoke and they might run down on you. But these are the chances that you got to take because this is the type of life you living. When you in the beam, you in the hole, you in sad. You ain't got no choice. You in pure, uncut survival mode when you in the hole, man. Uncut survival mode. It ain't, that's the only thing you thinking about. It's survival. You in the cell by yourself. You starving. You have you can only use the phone like once a month. Once a month for 20 minutes. Once a month for 20 minutes. So, yeah, man, it's a different type of living. And then depending upon where you at, you might look out the window and see all the dudes on population running around on the yard when it's outside wreck. You looking out there, you see them. Some cells you in some prisons, you can look out, you can see the visitation coming in and out. See people visiting their people. It's like torture, man. It's like real life torture, man. And it makes you feel like your life has drop to the lowest level humanly possible, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You just gotta sit in there and take it, and you gotta try to wait it out. And I remember back in the day when I first ever went to segregation, they was doing things like a 30-day review, 45-day review, 90-day review, meaning that after you've been back there for a 15-day review, you go back there, you be back there for 15 days, they review you and see if you qualified to go back to population. If you're not, they'll give you a 30-day deferral. Then they give you a 45-day deferral. Then they give you a 90-day referral. Then a 120-day referral. So you just back there. You just back there. If your case is crazy, if you got some type of violence or some type of crazy stuff, then they might say, off the rip, they might say 3 months. 3 months, we'll see you again in 3 months. The kangaroo court. So you just stuck back there and you going back to this one single solitary cell where you ain't doing nothing but looking at 4 walls of concrete and laying on a steel bunk with a mattress about this thin, and you in here 24/7, 365. You come out to take a shower every 3 days for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. If you ain't finished in 15 minutes, they'll cut the water off. It don't matter if you got soap all over you, soap in your eyes, whatever it is, they'll cut the water off. And they're going to come back and get you, cuff you up, shackle you up, and walk you back to your cell. So yeah, this is how human beings is living in prison, man. This is how they living in segregation. You know, this is what make a lot of dudes explode. I done been back in Seg, like I told you, we done had riots in Seg. Riots in Seg, dude. Everybody set the whole block on fire. They pop, they sliding like toilet paper rolls and throw them all in the pod and set the whole pod on fire. And some dudes set the front of their cell on fire, pull all the stuffing out their mattress and throw it in front of their cell and set it on fire and flood everything after the fire started going out. They flood and there's water everywhere running over the tier. It sounds like a waterfall. And then they come in there with 60, 70 police, you know, and they come running in and they go from cell to cell, with looking in the cell, seeing who flooding, seeing who got fires in their cell. And then they get the dogs in and they run in on you and they beat you all up with billy clubs and the shock shields and let the dog bite on you and chain you up and take you out and drag you out like a, you know, like a pretzel and take you in the back and hold you right there until they get all of this stuff in order. Then they go back in your cell and get your cell straight and clear everything off your mattress. And they bring you back to your cell and they strap you down at 4-point restraints, buck naked. Your arms handcuffed here, your arms handcuffed here, your feet and ankles handcuffed to the other part of the bed. And you're laying on cold steel, you know, buck naked. And they standing around you talking like it's normal. Like it's normal just to a human being, man. They stand around talking about, yeah, when you going after work? And yeah, man, no, man, tonight I'm going to the, you know, I'm going to the racetrack, and you laying there feeling like you know, dehumanized, and you know, it's just it's a horrible feeling, man. It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible situation. And these are things that people going through that's incarcerated. These are things that people going through that's locked up, man. The people that got to go in the bin. And it's crazy, man. I done been through all of that. I done seen it all. I done been through it all. I done tussled with these people, man. I done fought these people. I done rumbled with these people. I done been, you know, shocked with the shield, man. They done put the dog on me. They done chained me down at 4-point restraints. I done set fires. I done flooded. I done got assault charges on the officers when there's 7, 8 of them on me, and then I get assault charge. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's a wicked, wicked life, man. A wicked, wicked life, man. That's why I look back on things like now, and I feel so blessed to even be out here, to be alive, man, to be intact. You know, cause they beat you bad in there when they got the advantage on you. They beat you bad. I know dudes that done lost teeth, man, got buck niggas. I know dudes that done got their arm broke, they got their ribs broke, they got their legs broke for them people being too aggressive on you when they come in there. And there's so many of them on you. And it's like they never had the chance to do this to nobody. So they be all enthused and, you know, hyped up and, you know, because you got on Ninja Turtle suits and you got on your batons and all this, and you fighting one dude in his underwear. In his underwear. You know what I'm saying? So it's insane, man. It's insane. It's an insane world, man. This prison life and segregation is just another form of it. It's another part of it that will have you out there, man. And you'll start reevaluating your life, man. You'll say to yourself, man, how far I've fallen. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. A person out here on the street that's homeless, man, is living better than people in there, and that's a fact. I stand by that. You know, and I ain't never been homeless on the street, but I see them, you know, because at least they move on their own free will. They go and come as they please. They may be struggling and they may be asking and begging for this, but they can do that. You can't do none of that when you're in penitentiary. You can't do none of that. You got to go with the flow. You got to go where they put you, what you got to do, how you got to do it. Ain't nobody going to help you. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing. Ain't no donations. Ain't no, I'm down bad, man. Let me get $5. Man, don't nobody care nothing about that. Don't nobody in the penitentiary care nothing about that. They just glad that it ain't them. They glad it ain't them. And then you can't tell your people what they gonna do. They can't do nothing. Call up there and complain and get you some more, you know, repercussions from the administration. So man, yeah, it's wicked. It's super wicked, man. And yeah, I lived a whole lot of my life like that, man. And yeah, man, I feel for them brothers in there today. That I think about them and everything, and they, you know, it don't stop. It don't stop. It continues to go on. Is nobody checking checks and balances for the system. It ain't no checks and balances. They do what they want to do, and they explain it how they want to explain it, and they make the narrative the way they want it to be. But like I say, how can the Supreme Court come back and rule that this is inhumane, and this been y'all practices for decades and decades and decades? You got people that literally that went in the hole and lost their mind. They done came out and ain't never been the same no more. End up having to go to mental institutions. You got dudes that's been in segregation, they couldn't take it no more, and they actually took their own life. They put a noose around their neck and took their own life. You got dudes that done saved up all their pills and get medicine just to take them all at one time, just so they can, they can end the situation that they in. And this real talk, man. This real talk. That segregation is tough, man. It's tough, and people will say, man, well, won't you just check in and just go back here and just stay back there and forget it, man? You'll lose your mind. We are social people. If you stay in a place by yourself, isolated away from all human contact, you will lose your mind. It's a matter of time. You will lose your mind. And it's a battle, man. It's a battle every day to hold on to your sanity, man. It is. It's a battle. The only thing that you can say segregation, well, and that's a two-part thing. You can say segregation, the only thing it does, it keeps you away from the dangers of the regular population. But you're still in danger because the police can run down on you and do what they want to do to you anytime they want to do it to you. Just because they don't like the way you talk, just because they don't like the way your cell is, just because the way you acted when they brought you your tray. They could choose to say, well, you're going down on the bed for 72 hours. What? Yeah, we're going to chain you down to the bed for 72 hours. Naked, still, 4-point restraints. Come by about 2 or 3 times a day and let you up to use the bathroom. They dehumanizing human beings in there, man. They dehumanizing human beings in there. And they go home every day, man, and act like they ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Act like they ain't did nothing. Act like they ain't seen these things. Act like they ain't been a part of these things. Act like they ain't participate in these things. And they never once asked themselves, well, what if this was my brother? What if this was my son? What if this, when we all could be in this position? But it is what it is, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, we in the Bing right now, and it just make me reminisce about actually being in that joint and going through some of the things I had to go through just to survive, man. And I feel blessed that I made it through a lot of those things that I wasn't supposed to make it through. That I was not supposed to make it through. So, I feel blessed about that, man. But yeah, I just wanted to run this by y'all, man. This is just one of these. I just got back home. I'm still getting over these allergies, man. So yeah, man, that's just something to think about. If you got somebody locked up, man, stay in touch with them. Stay in touch with them. If you got any type of love for them at all, just stay in touch with them. Just show them some love, man. Even if you don't send them a card, if you ain't got no money to send them a card. If you can't do that, go visit them every now and then. That stuff is motivation. That stuff will help keep a man alive in prison. That will help you feel like you got a light at the end of the tunnel. You got something to look forward to. If you do not have that, man, you will crash out or you will burn out. Either or. You will crash out or you will burn out. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So big love and big blessings to my family, man. Big love, big blessings to them, man, for holding me down, keeping me alive, um, keeping me having something to look forward to. And if I don't think if I would have had that, man, I don't think I would have made it. And situations that I'd have been in, I know I wouldn't have made it because those situations were that dark. They was that dire that I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see nothing. If this is the way you got to live for the next 20, 30, 40, nah, you'll just say I can't do it. You'll say I can't do it, man, because it's that much pressure on you day in and day out in the prison, in the system, and then you times that by 2 when you in segregation. So it is what it is, man. But anyway, man, show your people some love, man. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Have more videos on deck for y'all real soon. Let's get with this count, man. This sub count, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's do it. We should have been over 100K, but it don't matter. That's yesterday. We talking about today. Let's go. We 400-500 away. Let's get it. Let's get it before this week is out. And we will go on and upward from there, man. We will keep pushing this positive energy. TBP Nation, I appreciate you. Big love to each and every one of y'all out there who support me. Give me a minute. I just got back home. I got to get back on track. I got to shake these allergies, and we back in the car again, man. Can't stop, won't stop. TBP Nation, stand up. Big love to each and every one of y'all out there. Appreciate you. Love you. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Duck them hooks, man. They out there, man. And them crooks. Salute. Peace. We gone.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in